welcome back here. Last times we have studied welfare and efficiency, which is our about calculating the surplus from the buyers and sellers. Okay, today we are going to talk about chapter 8, which is gains from trade. Okay, so in these chapters we will focus on the comparative advantages associated with the opportunity cost. Okay, simple put, if the one countries can make some stuff at a low opportunity cost, the countries has comparative advantages over that object. So, if the two countries trade with each other and exchanging things that have comparative advantages, and they can benefit from each other. Okay, so this is why the many countries would like to trade each other, right? So why do you look for the lawyers to get the legal advice? Because they are expert in law. Okay, so lawyers are the one who knows the law very well, better than anyone else. So economically, the lawyers have a competitive advantages in law over others. Okay, so they deliver the accurate legal knowledge in a short time. So when they advise on the law. So if we were to consult the law, we have we would have to spend a lot of time to studying it. Okay? So that's how much opportunity cost. But in case of lawyers, lawyers have a lower opportunity cost in this case, right? So this is why we look for the lawyers to get the legal advice. So we can define the comparative advantages. Okay? Comparative advantage is the ability to do a task at a lower opportunity cost. Okay. So in this case, if you have the lower opportunity cost, you have the comparative advantages compared to others. Okay. So if if there's a comparative advantages, you have a small amount of alternative work to give up. Okay. So it's a very efficient. In this case, give up less to get a task done. Okay. This one is more efficient. Okay. Let me give you an example. Okay. It is about how the opportunity cost and comparative advantages for the Jamie and Helen. Okay. So Jamie and Helen have the two housework to do. The one to vacuum the house, and the one to make up food. Okay. So Jamie and Helen both takes the 4 hours to vacuum in the house. 4 hours and 4 hours. Okay, on the other hand, it takes the Jamie's on 1 hour and Helen's 2 hours to cook. Okay, 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay, are you with me? Right. So, what is the opportunity cost for each? For getting an opportunity cost, we can divide by these hours, divide by these hours, right? So 4 divided by 1, it means that if the James want to make some is vacuum the clean house, vacuum the house, okay? James should give us the 4 meals. On the other hand, so for getting us If the James choose the makes a meal, James should give up the one first vacuum. Okay. How about this? For Helen's, 4 divided by 2 is 2 meals. It means that if the Helen choose to vacuum the house, Helen should give up the 2 meals. Okay. On the other hand, for meals, the meals opportunity cost is 2 over 4 is 1 half. Vacuum. Okay. So in this case, if the Helen choose to make some meal, Helen should give up the 1 half vacuum. Okay. This is how we get the opportunity cost. So let's compare the opportunity cost in this case. On Jamie's opportunity cost is 4 meals. Helen's opportunity cost is 2 meals. Which one is bigger? Jamie's. Which one? So who has the less opportunity cost for the vacuum? Helen, right? So for vacuum house, Helen has comparative advantages. Okay. How about making meals? Who has the less opportunity cost? Jamie, right? So in this case, Jamie has opportunity comparative advantages for making a meal, right? That is how we get the comparative advantages, right? So it means that Helen has to the Helen has to specialize the vacuum, specialize the vacuuming the house. And on the other hand, James should specialize the making a meal, right? Okay, so let's take another examples. There are two actors, such as Sam and Seth. Okay, they would like to make the bottle of the water and the toy. Okay, so Sam takes the 3 hours for making a bottle of the water, and Seth take 9 hours for making a bottle of the water. Okay, so 3 hours and 9 hours. Okay. So for making a toy, same takes the 6 hours. This takes the 9 hours. Okay. So let's compare the two of them, right? If we compare the two, you can see that Sam can make both water and the toys using a less time, right? So this is the when the Sam has the absolute advantages. Okay, Sam has absolute advantages. Okay, so but even if Sam has absolute advantages, it's a big advantages for both um, to compare the comparative advantages and make a one product each and exchange them. Okay, so let's think about let's have comparative advantages. So if the same so choose to make the bottle of the water, what is opportunity cost? 3 over 6, 1 half toys. Correct? How about toy? This 6 over 3, so 2 bottle of the water. Okay? How about sets? 9 over 9, that's 1. Or here is our 9 over 9, 1. 1 toy, 1 water. Okay? So let's compare the two of them. Which one for making a bottle of the water? Which one is less opportunity cost? Sam, right? So in terms of the water, Sam should specialize on making a bottle of the water. In terms of the toy, let's compare the two of them. Seth has the less opportunity cost, so Seth should specialize the making toy. Okay, so that is the comparative advantages. Okay, any questions about this? So this is why many dentists, lawyers, and hairdressers usually specialize their own skills. Okay. Okay, so now let's solve the one of the homework questions. Let's say the Maria and Jason's cook the noodles and chicken. Okay, there's Maria and Jason. Okay, they want to make some noodles and chickens. Okay, so it takes the Maria 4 hours and Jason 3 hours to make a noodle. Okay, so 4 hours and 3 hours. And on the other hand, it takes the Maria 3 hours and Jason 1 hour to make a chicken. Okay, 3 hours and 1 hour. It kinds of hours it takes to cook. Okay, hours. It takes. So, let's find opportunity cost. If the Maria choose to make some food, make some noodle, Maria should give up the 4/3 chickens. It would be 1.33. For chickens, Maria should give up the 3/4 noodles. It would be 1.75. How about Jason? 3/1 is 3 chickens. And for chickens, Jason should give out 1/3 noodles. Okay? So, which one is, for noodles, which one is less opportunity cost? Maria. Okay? For chickens, Jason has the less opportunity cost. So for chickens, Jason should specialize. Okay? So we want to know the Maria's opportunity cost of making chicken. Okay? Maria's opportunity cost of making chickens. How many noodles? What is that? 1.75. Okay, noodles. And Jason, opportunity cost of making a chicken is how many noodles? 0.33. Okay, that is answer. Okay. Okay, so far so we have focused on the time it takes to make a unit of things. Now let's focus on the quantity. Okay, so focusing on the quantity is looking at how much you make at the same time. So the person who makes a lot of things has a comparative advantages. So let's look at these questions. So if they bake only muffins in a single day, Gregory can bake the 10 muffins, and Gabriel can make 5 muffins. If they baked only cookies in a single day, Gregory can bake 10 cookies, and Gregory can bake 4 cookies. So we want to know who has the absolute advantages and who has the comparative advantages in baking the muffin or cookie. Okay, so based on this information, so we can make the 2x2 batteries. Here's Gregory and Gabriel. Okay, and they can make a muffins in a single day, and they can make cookies in a single day. Okay, so for Gabriel's, he can make 10 muffins. Sorry, Gregory's 10 muffins, and Gabriel's can make 5. Okay, and
in terms of the cookies, Gregory can make what? 10 cookies, and Gabriel can make 4 cookies. Okay, so how can you find the absolute advantages? Okay, so Gregors can make the 10 and 10, so we can know that the Gregors have absolute advantages. So you can choose the A or B, right? So in terms of the comparative advantages, so we want to know the Gregories have advantages in baking a muffin or cookies. Okay, so if we think about in Gregories, if the Gregories make the one muffins, how many he can make the cookie? Okay, so 10 divided by 10. Okay, he has the one cookie. Okay, how about Gabriel? If the Gabriels make the one muffins, okay, how many cookies he can make? For over 5. Okay, so it's about 1.8 cookie. Okay, so who has the comparative advantages of making cookies? Gabriel, right? So Gabriel has comparative advantages in baking cookies. So B is correct answer. Okay, so that is the what we focus on the quantity.
Okay, so what would happen if we extend these examples to international trade between countries? So each country will benefit from the exchange of the goods with the comparative advantages through the trade. Okay, so comparative advantages cause the international trade. Okay, comparative advantages leads to international trade. Okay, so for example, the United States has the technologies to make iPhones, and China has a lot of low-wage workers. Okay, so the United States exports its technology to China, and China makes in factories and export the iPhone devices to the United States at a low cost. Okay, so this is why we can buy iPhones at a low cost now. Okay, so these kinds of comparative advantages can redistribute resources through the international trade. Okay, reallocate resources. Okay, so it can lead win-win outcomes. Okay, on buyers and sellers. Okay, this is why many countries would like to trade each other using a comparative advantages. Okay. Okay. So as we know that at the previous chapters, we can realize that price is very important factors. Okay. Where the buyers and sellers make a decisions, right? So the price plays a very important role in here. So in the previous chapters, okay. So what is the specific role of this price? Okay. The first, price can be signal. Okay, so first, the price are the signal for the potential consumers and suppliers. Okay, potential consumers and suppliers, right? The price tells the suppliers how much value to offer their products to the consumers, and the price tells the consumers how expensive producers is to sell the products. Okay, tell supplier is how much buyers value their buyers value their products. Um, price tell buyers how expensive it is for sellers. It is for sellers to produce more. Okay, so it caused better outcomes in the end. Okay, therefore, the price gives each other's better outcomes under the reasonable behavior. Okay, so second, prices could be incentive. Okay? So higher price, the more suppliers produces, as you know, and on the other hand, the higher price, the lower consumers consumes the stuff. Okay, it is from the what? Low supply and low demand. Okay, so the price makes the two work together to produce a better result in the market. Okay, supplier more price, more produce. Okay, in terms of the consumers, buyers, more price, higher price, less consume. Okay, so price can be incentive. Okay, finally, the price are the integrated piece of the information. Okay, so aggregate information. Okay, so we have the both consumers and suppliers predict the market through the price expectation. Okay, so it's based on this aggregate informations. Buyers and sellers usually predict the market, okay, based on their expectation, right? So in the end, the prices can act as a signal, an incentive, and aggregate information. Okay. Okay. Next, let's look at the internal market. The internal market refers to the market with the company that's voluntarily exchanging through the function of the market, not the decision-making powers that comes down from the center. Okay. For example, there's one company. Okay, on the head, there's CEO, right? So CEO usually um, make a centralized decisions in the company, right? Centralized making decisions, right? Right? But um, but this is the major obstacle to voluntary resource allocations. Okay, this is because it's hard to figure out the demand for goods in the right place. Okay, so in case of the Googles, usually use the internal market. Okay, okay. This is because they want to distribute the computer resources. Okay, because computer resources is very scarce, right? So such as the disk space and memory, right? So in the Googles, They usually make the department compete each other in order to buy some computer resources such as disk space and memory, right? So in this company, they make some internal market within the company. So internal market usually it does not rely on the centralized decision making. Okay? And it can predict demand, so they can forecast. Okay, forecast. Okay, so in the end, they can solve the knowledge problem. Okay, so using an internal market leads to the what? Figure out the demand for the good in the right place, right? So this is why the Google is using an internal market. Okay, any questions about this? Okay, so there's all the chapter 8, which is about games from the trade. And from the chapter 8, we should take the midterm exam. So midterm exam is the worst 140 points. Okay. So and midterm exam include the 140 questions with a multiple choice, and it's the time to 190 minutes. Okay. So you can answer each question twice. Okay. So if you have questions about the midterm exam, please email me. Okay. So good luck.